Hello guys, welcome back to the Threads YouTube channel. I want to thank all my returning subscribers. I want to thank you so much for subscribing to this channel. And if you are new to this channel, you are very welcome. Please, if you have not yet done so, like, comment and share. Also hit on the notification bell so that you get notified each time I post a video. So without any further introduction, I'd like us to get right into the video. So today we are going to draft a nika. The first thing I did was to get my starting line. I drew my starting line, and since I wanted my nika to have 1.5 inch band from the starting line, I removed 1.5 inch and marked my crouch. My crouch is 11 inches, sorry. So this is what I'm doing now. I'm marking my crouch. The next thing I did was to get the biggest circumference of the down part, which is the hip. The hip is 36 inches. 36 divided by 4 is 9 inches. So I have to mark the 9 inches on the crotch line. I also marked the same thing on the waistline. And I connected the two lines together like so. So the next thing I did was to measure the 9 inches I measured as the hip measurement. I divided that 9 inches by 4. Just watch the way I'm doing it. First of all, I divided it by 2. Whatever it gives me, I divided it again by 2. So whatever I got, that is the measurement of the crouch. And this is the way I'm going to place it. I had 2.2 inches and I marked. The same 2.2 inches, I also marked it up, and that will serve as my hip line. It's now my new hip line, so I'm going to connect the lines together. Like so. So from there I'm going to connect to that other 2.2 inches I initially marked. This is my crotch. This is the way it looks. Hope you understand what I'm doing here. So the next thing I did was to calculate the waist measurements. The waist measurement is 29 inches. 29 divided by 4 will give me 7.25, and that is exactly what I'll mark, 7.25. From there I'll connect it to the hip line like so. Have you seen it? The nika is coming out, the shape of the nika is coming out. So because I don't want, initially I was trying to measure the lap. So I remember that it's not going to be a fitted nika. So I later marked the line straight down. But assuming you want a fitted nika or trouser, just the way I'm labeling this pattern paper, hip, crouch line and tie. From there you measure the tie and then mark whatever you got to the tie. That is if you want it to be fitted. It also goes the same way when you are cutting a trouser. If you want it to be fitted, you measure the crouch, the tie length from the crotch. It's usually 2 inches or 2.5 inches depending on the size of the lap. So but for a normal measurement, it is 2 inches from the crouch line. So if you want it to be fitted, you have to measure the lap, mark it, and then connect the line from the crouch to the tie. So but because this tutorial I want it to be a free knicker, I let her cut it straight. I did not cut this thing and mark. This one I'm marking now is if I wanted it to be fitted knicker. So that is it for that. So remember that I told you I forgot to add that allowance at the waistline of this knicker. So I'm going to add it now. So the dart measurement is 1 inch. The waistline is 7.25, remember. So from that 7.25 I added 1 inch to it, which is 8.25. See it, I just added 1 inch to it and I marked. So from there I just connected to the hip line like so, and then cut it out. So this is it. The next thing I did was to impute the dart measurements. So to impute the dart measurements, I simply measured the waistline, and then I got the midpoint. I marked. From there I came down by 3 inches, and then I connect it together. So I'm going to remove ½ inch on both sides, and you'll see the way I connect it. ½ inch on both sides, like so. I'm going to connect it to that 3 inches I came down. This is it, guys. The front panel of the trouser is ready. So we are going to cut the back parts. To cut the back parts, place the front parts to a new pattern paper. So this new pattern paper now, I'm going to come down by 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches. So this back pattern is a little bit different from the front pattern. So from the crotch line, I went out by 2 inches. This is for the back. Then from the curve at the crotch line, the curve, I came out by 1 inch. So the next thing I did was to impute that 2 inches that I used in marking the crotch for the back side, excuse me. I'm going to impute it this way. See what I'm doing? I came in by 2 inches, then I went up by 1.5 inch and I marked. Now I'm going to connect all these points together. Just watch the way I'm doing it with a slight curve. You see, from the crotch I came out by 2 inches. On the crotch itself I came out by 1 inch. Then on the waistline of the back I came in by 2 inches and went up by 1.5 inch, and I connected them together. So remember, the hole dart for the front is 8.5 inches. So that 8.5 inches I measured from this back line. From this back line I measured 8.5 inches. This way, just watch it, 8.5 inches. I make sure that this waistline is the same measurement with the front waistline. The back waistline is the same measurement with the front waistline, and then I marked. Please, if you don't understand what I mean, just watch, you understand. The front waistline is 8.5 inches. Then, because I've already removed 2 inches from the back waistline, I have to replace it by measuring the same waist 8.5 inches. Then from there, I'm going to connect it back to the waistline, just this way. Then from the crotch of the back too, I had to connect it down to the length of the knicker, like so. This is it. Please, is there anything you guys do not understand? If there is, please indicate in the comment section, and I promise you I will definitely reply you. So this is it. I've already cut it out of my fabric. Thank you so much guys for watching. Bye.